Time is the only resource that we don't have control on. How do you use yours? Today in this video, we'd like to share with you two concepts. We mentioned that slightly in some of our previous videos, but today we'd like to bring the concept of time allocation and time management. So hi, my name is Ashil. If this is your first time getting onto this video, I'm the co-founder of wEquipu, a business development agency and digital marketing, equipping business owners in tools that they need to build sustainable and scalable businesses. So, time allocation, time management. And it's unfortunate we see so much tools out there talking about time management. But following our approach that we call the PPP, principle, personal, profit, we'll try to show you and explain to you why you shouldn't approach time as a time management. Because the concept, we all know, the belief and the acceptation of something can actually bias how we approach that thing, if that makes sense. So time. When we look around us, even with nature, everything has a time. There is a winter, there is a rainy season, everything has a time. So the nature itself allocates time for a specific thing. There is day, there is a night, right? Time allocation. Because nobody, nowhere, time will wait for anybody to catch up. As soon as we wake up, time keeps running. And the amazing thing at a personal level, right? PPP, principle, personal, at a personal level, look at aging. None of us can wake up and ask to stop even aging, right? Aging is what? Is a progressive and continual process. And in this process of aging, everything has a time too. So time allocation is around us as a principle, is within us as a principle. People talk about biological clock, right? So when it comes to the profit, it comes to our businesses, just like we use with our clients. We need to approach time more in terms of time allocation than time management. And again, I will invite you to stay all the way. If you watch until this at this level, I'll invite you to stay all the way to the end, because we're trying in our videos at the end to give some tools or give some practice that you can do. Time allocation. Because time allocation allows you to be able to allocate time to specific things, to priorities that you define for yourself. No time management. Because time will wait for nobody. The clock will keep ticking in. The clock will keep going. We see that in nature, we see that in our own physical body personally, and we see that also we'll see how to use that actually in our businesses for profit or professional life. Remember, right? Profit is covering businesses and even in your professional life, because even as an employee in an organization, you are allowed to use your time in terms of time allocation. So, time allocation versus time management. If the concept is not well understood, you will be always drained mentally. That's where fatigue comes in. And we know when we drain mentally, when fatigue comes in, our productivity is impacted. Our collaboration also with our team members is impacted. Time allocation. So let's see how professionally or in your business for profit, right? Let's see how we can actually leverage or capitalize on this principle. Approach everything you are accomplishing in your organization. Approach everything you're doing in your department in terms of time allocation. You can use a very simple spreadsheet or use tools that are actually approaching time in terms of time allocation. And in the 24 hours that you have, you know when exactly you would like to be able to focus on specific element, because you will know and you can do your own research. The brain, which is not the biggest, but the most important tool that we have in our body, coordinate everything, function itself also in terms of time allocation. And again, stay toward the end and we'll show you also with some tips or practice how to use that. So if the brain is functioning already based on time allocation, you can only accomplish, you can only be productive if you approach your task, if you approach your priorities by allocating time specifically in the 24 hours that you have to be able to do that. Yes, some people may tell you, okay, I'm a person, I don't sleep, I always work, that's fine. But at least they need a certain time to allocate and sleep, because they're not going to go long routes if they don't totally sleep at all. So the body itself is telling us that there is time to sleep, there is time to work. All that is strengthening the concept of what? Time allocation. So like I was saying, then in your business or your professional life, you can start actually using just a spreadsheet or any tool that you find that approach everything in time allocation to allocate time, the time you have to work, to allocate that then to the priorities. But while doing that, you have to understand also how the brain functions. And science is proving that the brain can focus on something very, deep focus for 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, the brain just get distracted. Do something else before you come back, right? So in allocating your time, if you take your day, let's say your day start at what? At 7 a.m. all the way maybe at 5 p.m. Or for people who are on an 8 to 5 schedule, it starts from 8 to 5 p.m., 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So you know already every 30 minutes. Now you can accumulate those 30 minutes into an hour or 2 hours. So every 30 minute focus, you want to get a focus work done, you can allocate then those 30 minutes to do that. Now after every 30 minutes, just take a 5-minute break. The break doesn't mean you need to get away from away from the work or something. No, do something else, because your brain is no more focused. And again, do your own research. Everything we say on this channel is not just pure water to drink. Take 5 minutes, just have a break. You maybe check your email, respond very quick to some stuff, and then come back, because now your brain is re-energized. Then you put again another 30 minutes into it. So in your spreadsheet, you can break down then your whole 8 to 5 time into 30 minutes blocks. And again, if something may take you an hour, you can have then a 2 30-minute block or a 4 30-minute block, which is 2 hours. But at least for every 30 minutes, take a 5 minute. Now, for an hour, after an hour, you can then put your break around what? 10 minutes. Then you start actually allocating yourself. You start having, you start taking ownership of your time and how you accomplish things. Now, as exercise, as practice, just like I was saying at the beginning, for you to know which area you need to work on. There's one video where we talk about innovation and knowing yourself, right? Remember this, during the day, breathing is something just powerful in our lives. We all know if we don't breathe, we die. So during the day, after 30 minutes of an hour, try to do this exercise. Breathe in deeply, deep breath, okay? Notice from which nostril you're getting more air. I know many people may say, oh, it's like the same thing. No, focus on this, you will know. Because there's one nostril at any specific time during the day that is taking more air than we breathe. The interesting thing is that our nostril air entrance are linked to the opposite hemisphere of our brain. You already know our brain has two hemispheres. The left brain, the right brain. So when you're breathing more air toward the right one, is telling you that your left hemisphere of the brain is working more. And when more air is going through the left, going to your brain, then the right hemisphere is working more. That's how you'll be even more productive, because those two hemispheres, right, are targeting and covering different aspects of our accomplishment. One is more around calculus, one is more around numbers, the other one is more around creativity, the other one is more around things that are related to art. Again, you can do your own research on that. But this exercise will help you during the day to know where should I put my time, because you can't force your brain to think about something else when more activities are happening on the other side. So I hope this is something that will help you. And if you have more questions around it, you can put question in the comment, or you can reach out to us and we'll help you even in a more deeper process. But just this will help you to start working around your time allocation. Thank you for liking the video. Thank you for sharing. And if you have any question, don't hesitate to reach out to us. And as you know, our philosophy is very simple. When you don't know where you're going, look back from where you came from, because in your humanity, everything was put there. I'll see you to the next video.